Okay, ma. Continuation of our topic, introduction to Hadoop framework. First of all, we have to discuss today that is concept of MapReduce. First of all, what is a MapReduce? We can see now what are the processes, how many processes it contains. We can see MapReduce. It's a software framework, ma. What it framework? Software framework. It was first proposed and implemented by Google. Okay, it was first proposed and implemented by Google. The first implementation was coded in C. What ma? The first implementation was coded in C. Coming to the next point, that is nothing but GFS. What the name exactly? What abbreviation? Google File System. It's nothing but it is a distributed file system where files are divided into it is a distributed file system where files are divided into fixed size blocks. One more name we have chunks. Okay, and blocks are distributed and it is stored on a cluster nodes. What nodes it is stored on? Cluster nodes. It is stored on, it is distributed, okay, into fixed size blocks, chunks, and blocks are distributed and it is stored on cluster nodes. Coming to the next point, the MapReduce library splits the files. MapReduce library is there, it is splitted into the files like input data. It is converted into fixed size blocks, and ideally we can perform the map function in parallel on each block. On each block we can perform the map function in parallel computation. Okay, and note that the default Google file system block size, it is 64 MB. What the block size is? 64 MB, which is identical to that of the MapReduce framework, which is the identical to that of the MapReduce framework. MapReduce is a software framework which supports the parallel and distributed computation on large data sets. Okay, what does exactly in the sense MapReduce? It is nothing but it is oriented around key or value pairs, ma. Okay, the framework will converted the each record of input into a key or value pair, and each pair will be input to the map function once. Okay, the map output is a set of key or value pairs. Nominally we can say the one pair that is the transformed to the input pair, but it is perfectly acceptable to output multiple pairs. Okay, we can show in the diagram later. Okay, later the concept, later in this video only we can discuss the topic, how we can take the key or value pairs and how we want to map the output pairs or grouped and sorted by the key, how the reduce function is called one time for each key in sort sequence, how with the key and the set of values that share that key we can see now. Okay, mainly we can say that the reduced method, in the sense the reduced method may output an arbitrary number of key or value pairs which are written to that output files in the job output directory if the reduced output keys are unchanged from the reduced input keys. Okay, and the final output will be sorted. Okay, here in coming to the MapReduce, we can see the framework what it provides. Two processes that handle the management of MapReduce jobs. Okay, that handle the management of MapReduce jobs. First of all, we have seen the first process, task tracker. In the sense it manages the execution of individual map and reduce tasks on a compute node in the cluster. Okay, and then second one is job tracker. It accepts job submissions and it provides job monitoring and control, and we want to say and manages the distribution of tasks to the task tracker nodes. Okay, we can learn about these or later. Coming to this MapReduce, this software framework abstracts the data flow of running a parallel program on a distributed computing system by providing users with two interfaces. How many interfaces? With two interfaces in the form of two functions. What that? Two functions, map and reduce functions. Okay, we can learn about the first one, map reduce architecture or framework, how it will be, how it look like you. Okay, here once I can tell you, later I can visualize the diagram for you. Okay, the following diagram illustrates the logical data flow. What, ma'am? The logical data flow from the map to the reduce function in map reduce frameworks. First of all, we have to look at this diagram, otherwise we can't able to understand the concept now here. What does the figure explains you in the sense? Listen carefully. Look at this diagram. This diagram illustrates you map reduce framework. It's a template. Input data. Here, look at this. Input data flows through the map. What, ma'am? Input data flows through the map and reduce functions. Okay, and reduce functions to generate the output result. What the main concept of this diagram? This diagram illustrates you the map reduce framework. We can give some input data, it flows through the map and reduce functions to generate the output result. Here, look at this. Here some map function will be there and reduce function will be there. Look at this diagram. Look at this diagram clearly. First of all, we have given some input data. This left side, first of all, the input data will be there and it should be map function. The flow of data will be there. It's reduce function, and then finally we get the output to generate that output. What output result we can get. Here, look at this this framework. What the name? Map reduce software framework. Here we have one of the library, that is nothing but map reduce library controller. What, ma'am? Map reduce library controller. It will be control the flow of data. It will be control whatever we have give some input data and the map function, and we have to control the flow of data, and then the reduce function, and then finally we have to generate the output result. Which layer we can use? The starting layer, that should be abstraction layer. This is the figure illustrates you. First of all, we have to learn about what is the input data and what does the special user interface. We can learn about first one, input data. What does input data in the sense? Input data flows through the map and reduce functions to generate the output data or result. Okay, output result under the control flow by using map reduce library controller, or one more name we can call it as map reduce software library. Here we are using the second point, special user interface. What here? Look at this diagram. We have some user interface here. What, ma? User interface. In the sense, this is nothing but special user interface. What, ma? Special user interfaces are used to access the map and reduce resources. We can access what we can use to access the map and reduce functions or resources, whatever it may be. The special user interfaces are used to access the map and reduce resources. Here, look at this diagram. In this framework, in this template, the value part of the data, in the sense the value part of the data, in the sense key comma value. What, ma? The value part of the data. And what is that key comma value? It is the actual data. And the key part, what we can use there, and the key part is only used by the map reduce controller to control the data flow. It is the main theme of special user interfaces, what they are used to access the map and reduce resources. In this framework, the value part of the data, that is nothing but key comma value, it is the actual data, and the key part is only used by the map reduce controller to control the flow of data, that is nothing but a stream. Okay, Now we can learn about a formal definition of map reduce. What we can learn about the formal definition of map reduce, the abstraction. Here look at this diagram, we have some layers starting, that is nothing but abstraction layer. What that layer provides you in the sense two well defined interfaces in the form of two functions. Okay, the two well defined interfaces in the form of two functions. First one is map and second one is reduce. Okay, map and reduce functions also we can learn about. Okay, we can learn about these things also. This is one more concept, map and reduce functions. Okay, now we can see these two main functions. Look at this, all of you. These two main functions can be overridden by the application. What, these two main functions, it can be overridden by the application to achieve specific objectives. What to achieve? To achieve specific objectives by the application, it can be overridden. Okay, the overall structure of a user program, here we can see this is the structure of a whatever the user used to access the resources. The overall structure of a user's program containing the map and reduce, these are the main functions as shown in the below. If you have to look at this structure, all of you, this structure says you map space function of something, you can give some parameters, and in that map function we have give some set of statements, and coming to the next reduce function we have give some set of parameters if you wish, and if you have give some set of statements also. Coming to the main function, map function, reduce function, if you have to access that, and then main function we have to, first of all in main function we have to they said we have to initialize some specific objectives. Okay, what we have to initialize? Some specific objectives. It can be overridden by the application. We have to give some specific objectives. We have to, first of all we have to initialize the specific objectives and give some set of statements, and later we can take some map reduce, we can give some combined map reduce of specific objectives, and we can get some output results. We can mainly we can close that brace. Okay, this is the overall structure of a user's program containing the map and reduce, and map function and reduce function, and the main function we have to initialize the specific objectives by the application, it can be overridden, and then finally we can give some map reduce of some specific objectives, and finally we can get the result. Okay, and we can finally we can close the brace. This is the overall structure. Look at this, all of you, coming to the map and reduce functions of what it can do in the sense. Here the map and reduce are two major subroutines. Subroutine is in the sense program within a program is said to be a what, routine, subroutine. Okay, program within a program, program lopala inkoka program undedanne subroutine ani antam. Okay na, here the map and reduce are two major subroutines. First of all they will be called to implement, what we can be called to implement the desired function, what you have to desired, they will be called to implement the desired function performed in the main program. Okay, in the main program the desired function it will be performed in the main program, we have to implement. Therefore the user application overrides the map and reduce functions. Okay, therefore the user application overrides the map and reduce functions first, and then it invokes, then it invoke in the sense calling, then invokes the provided what it takes. Okay, it is nothing but the concept of map and reduce. These are two main major subroutines. It will be called to implement the desired function what it performed in the main program. Therefore we can say the user application overrides the map and reduce functions first, and then it invokes that provided what it takes. And coming to the map reduce, we can take some by the application it will be specified some specific objectives, it will be overridden, and we can get the final output result, what they generate the function map reduce function from the library to start the flow of data. What map reduce function from the library to start the flow of data. The map reduce function, what it can do, the map reduce function takes an important parameter. Okay, what it takes an important parameter, which is a specification object. Okay, which is a specification object, what it specifies the specific objective, by using that application it will be overhidden. Okay, now we can say this object is first initialized inside the user program. What they said, this object, what object, some specific object, if we have to take some parameter in map reduce function, this object is first initialized inside the user's program, and then the user writes code. What the user write code, no? And then the user writes code to fill it with the names of input and output files. What to fill it with? The names of input and output files, as well as we can say the other optional tuning parameters. If you can take the as well as the other optional tuning parameters, we can learn about here. This object is also filled with the name of the map and reduce functions to identify these user defined functions. We can identify these user defined functions to the map reduce library. What I meant to say in the sense, this object is also filled with the name of map and reduce functions. If we have to identify these user defined functions to the map reduce library. This is the concept of map and reduce functions, and what is nothing but map reduce. Okay, now later we can discuss briefly in later video. That is nothing but the concept of map reduce logical data flow and how it will be architectural. We can see in later video. Thank you.